Terrifying news. William and King Charles will convene emergency talks in response to the Harry and Meghan Netflix scandal. But before we continue, are you interested in starting or scaling a YouTube channel without having to show your face or becoming a traditional YouTuber to earn $30,000 a month? Click on the link below for more information. As soon as the future king and his wife return from their trip to Boston for the Earthshot Award presentation, the King and Prince William are expected to undertake crisis talks. In order to address any claims of prejudice or mistreatment made by Prince Harry and Meghan Markle in their upcoming Netflix documentary, the first half of which will begin airing next Thursday, Prince William and the King are scheduled to conduct crisis talks. In order to respond to any negative claims made against the company, senior advisors to both the King and the Waleses want to watch the first 3 episodes of the 6-part series. Prince William and Princess Kate visited Boston, and the Duke and Duchess of Sussex controversially published a dramatic 1-minute, 12-second clip. The distribution of the teaser during the trip, which will end on Friday evening with the Prince presenting prizes for the Earthshot Award for Environmental Inventiveness, was criticized by royal sources as churlish. A royal source told the Daily Mirror that Buckingham Palace would respond to any charges with a unified front and a strong strategy. It was said, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex have been the subject of multiple attempts by the King and his family to quietly resolve their differences, but regrettably this has led to the other side once more wanting to publicly voice their recurrent grievances. On Saturday, the Prince and Princess of Wales are scheduled to arrive back in the UK. However, a bitter race controversy sparked by remarks made at a reception at Buckingham Palace on Tuesday night has overshadowed the trip to Boston. Lady Susan Hussey, William's godmother, was forced to retire in disgrace after raising concerns about Ngozi Fulani, a black activist against domestic abuse. Later, the Duke of Cambridge said, "No place for racism in our culture." The pair remain entirely focused on putting their energy into the job at hand, according to aides to the Cambridges, who emphasized on this point. The Daily Mirror was informed by a senior source that the trip's attention was still on the citizens of Boston and the Earthshot finalists for their efforts to combat climate change. It was said, the purpose of this tour was to honor the Bostonians for their warm welcome and to recognize them alongside the Earthshot Prize finalists for their outstanding achievements in the fight against climate change. One may argue that certain attentions might shift next week. In another news, Kate continues the royal custom of Harvard book signing, following King Charles' lead. During her official tour to the US, the Princess of Wales stopped by a renowned Harvard University Research Institute. The Princess of Wales' engagement at a specialized Harvard University research facility is reminiscent of the acts of a young Prince Charles. Kate added her name on a historic visitor's book that bears King Charles' signature from 1986 during a trip to the Center on the Developing Child. When the princess was informed of the coincidence, she exclaimed, "Amazing!" At Harvard University's 350th anniversary celebration in 1986, King Charles paid a visit. The university, which was founded in 1636, is the oldest academic institution in America and is well known across the world for its high standards of instruction and innovative research endeavors. An address by the then Prince Charles to an audience of some 16,000 guests was part of the 4-day festivities. A New York Times article from the time of the visit praised the King's address for its candid language and self-deprecating humor. Kate's trip to Harvard was covered live by Daily Express royal writer Richard Palmer from Massachusetts. He said the princess had paid close attention to the center's experts and took notes on their work. He did, however, remark that she was already an expert topic in early childhood development. The princess met throngs of royal admirers who had waited to meet her outside the building after the engagement. She took flowers from admirers of the royal family and ultimately conducted an impromptu walkabout in front of the Harvard Center. Bye-bye.